Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more F1 2021 My Team Season 1. We are towards the back half of the season, I think, because we're heading into the US Grand Prix. It's been a stunning series so far. If you guys missed the last episode, please be sure to check out the description because there will be a link to the playlist where you will see all the F1 2021 videos that we've done so far. So please be sure to check that out before you go into this episode 16, where we head on into the US Grand Prix. Please be sure that you are subscribed using the red button down below and hit that notification bell as well, because you guys do not want to miss the next video that goes up, because we are going to be going on straight through season 10 of F1 2021 My Team. So please be sure to be subscribed for the next video. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for stopping by today, and let's move on to the US Grand Prix in Texas. Alright, so marketing department has an event for us.
Input here. Not an easy choice.
Oh dear. It looks like it's going to be a bad one. A journalist has been in touch notifying us of their intent to publish an article that, by the sounds of it, isn't going to paint us in the best possible light. How should we react? Divert resources towards an action plan we can quickly unveil to get ahead of the backlash that will lose team acclaim and resource points, or we can lose a lot of team acclaim. Don't do anything. Whatever we spend, it's clearly too late to avoid the backlash, so we should just wait for it to blow over. Ooh, team acclaim is taking a massive hit. Scandalous article. But I think we do have resource points to, expend, so
thanks.
Let's accept.
I know these kinds of decisions can be challenging, but I think you made the right call.
Yeah, we don't want to lose out on acclaim too much because we're close to another sponsor, so hopefully we can get another sponsor soon. And what do you know, this the sponsor, Visit Sponsor Headquarters, already gives us the 500 team acclaim that we need, so we didn't really lose much. We just lost a bit of resource points. Speaking of which, resource points time. Let us take a look. All our departments are on high morale except for chassis. Let's see if anything came through. The chassis department gave us heave dampers. Perfect. And the durability department has given us a general wear upgrade from the supplier. So we will see the benefits of that in the next Grand Prix. Ooh, we have a 100% discount on the magnetic compound on the ERS system. That's a free upgrade, but our department capacity has reached, so we have to wait for the powertrain department to get some stuff done. Let's do the MGU-H durability upgrade. That'll come before the Australian Grand Prix, which is towards the end of the season. So yeah, we'll have to wait for that to come through. We also want to invest in our facilities a little. We do have 1.9 million in the bank. I think I want to improve the resource point generation with the chassis department. We do need the resource points for future upgrades because they seem to be a bit costly. So let us trigger that. That'll come in October. Very well. We have a development failure. Our cable assembly in the chassis department has failed. So let's trigger that again. That will come before the Mexican Grand Prix. So sadly, we won't be getting it before the US Grand Prix. We have a better news. In better news, crankshaft has come through, so that's good. Powertrain department has given us something. I think we can trigger this then. Magnetic compound, which will come before the Australian Grand Prix, and then the durability department has given us control electronics improved materials upgrade, which is of benefit to us as well. That'll be very good for our durability of the car, so that's good. Not gonna lie, a lot of upgrades have come through. Let's take a look. The diffuser refined strake positions upgrade has come through, and that has given us an aerodynamic boost. I don't have any more resource points to use, but let's take a look at the performance chart because McLaren has overtaken Aston Martin and we are still ahead of Alpine AlphaTauri. So we are still in the midfield. We're solid in the midfield. Of course, last time out we did improve the acclaim and resource point and cache development for the AI. So they should be much better than us, much more rich and well equipped than us, so hopefully we will see the effects of that. Maybe we'll drop further down the table because I feel like in season 1 we shouldn't be in mid-table. I feel like we should still be fighting the Alfa Romeos, the Haas and the Williams, but yeah, seeing us develop that quickly, I'm a bit worried. So that's why we made the change last time out. Let's hope that we drop down a bit as well in the performance rating. Hopefully the other teams make some good upgrades. come the future Grand Prix. So we'll see how that progresses. It's time for the US Grand Prix anyway. So let's move on to the US and go to the Circuit of Americas and see what we can do there. Alright, it is time for qualifying at the US Grand Prix. So practice programs were quite tricky, mainly because there was rain involved in practice 1. So in FP1 we were working on the basics, again getting familiar with the track and getting to know what turns to make, especially part 1 or like the first sector is quite difficult, mainly because of the curvy chicanes. I don't know how to say them, the S-curves, so to say, the slaloms, however you want to say it. Those are the most difficult turns in the whole of Sector 1, and to be honest, that is the only part that I struggle with. Otherwise, I'm quite solid on the circuit. US Grand Prix we are quite familiar with, so I'm not too worried about this circuit. Yeah, the rain was quite hard because I was running a dry setup in the wet, and yeah, the floor was very slippery. The car felt like it was shifting all over the place, mainly with the turns. Like, it didn't turn in, there was quite a bit of understeer and also a little bit of slippage with the car. So we really worked on the first practice program there, like the race strategy we could have done, and we also did the tire wear, I think. Tried it out, and turned out to be that the wet stint wasn't going to stay for long, and we did our tire management program in the dry half of the program. So that was the later half of the program. So FP1, I think we ended up pretty well. I think we were in the top 15, I think. I don't remember exactly. And then FP2 was even better because everything was dry and we were optimized for those conditions, and we really pushed the car hard. The qualifying pace program was all right. We set a decent lap, but those were on old engine components, so we swapped them out after FP2 and then moved on into FP3 with completely new engine components, or fairly new engine components that we got a couple races ago, taking massive grip penalties, of course, and used those, and we still managed to get around P15 expectation in qualifying, which is just a green. So we missed out on purple for the qualifying pace program, and I think I have to bite my own words here and say that the qualifying pace program is still broken on this game. I was in the red during the whole race, or during the whole program, and yet I get a green. So I just don't know what that means. I don't know if that's supposed to happen, but it looked broken to me. Now we are ready for the US Grand Prix to officially begin. So we are going to really push the car today. I'm going to show you guys the setup today. So we'll drop our fuel load here. Aerodynamics 9.7, transmission 90%, 55%, suspension geometry -2.5, -2, 0.05, and 0.2 on the toes. Suspension is 1.1 suspension, anti-roll bar is 1.3, ride height is 2.6, brakes are 100% on pressure, and then bias is 55%, and the tires are minimum pressure in the front and then maximum pressure on the rear. So this setup has been quite stable. Again, I stole this off of time trial, off of Jarno Upmeer, great F1 driver, F1 esports driver. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I think we're gonna have a solid race. Let's fast forward time and take a look. All right, time to beat to get into Q2 is a 132.2, maybe high 131. So let's see if we can get that time. First lap, P13. All right, hello. Let's see if we can improve on that so that we can get solidly into Q2. Ooh, slight improvement, P11. I think we're done. I think we've got it. I think we've got it. Alright, so we do progress. As you see on the bottom of the leaderboard, we are P14, so we move on to Q2. Valtteri Bottas with the fastest time of the session, 128.665. Lewis Hamilton is 8 tenths slower than Valtteri Bottas. My goodness, that's quite a ride from Bottas. Knocked out. Oh, Jack Aitken makes it through too in P16. Knocked out are Schumacher, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Mazepin, and Gasly, who does not set a time in his AlphaTauri. So, lucky us, we were able to make it through because I guess Gasly didn't set a time, but let's move on to Q2 and see what happens there. Okay. Rainy session 2, and we are P9. Hello. Let's see if we can improve on that. Ooh, 6 tenths improvement. That puts us up in P7. Ooh, is this a Q3 appearance because of rain? We will see. We shall see. Oh my goodness, will you look at that. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap, which is 141.810. Sergio Perez is 4 tenths behind him. We move on into Q3. Look at that. P7 with a 143.280. Wow. Knocked out are Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Alonso, Aitken, Russell, and Ocon. Wow. A Q3 appearance for Su Elite Racing. Let's see what we place for the race in Q3. Okay, this might be a good lap. It's a stunning lap. Fastest lap. Oh my god. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, where are we sitting? I don't think we'll be anywhere near pole, but Lewis Hamilton set a stunning lap, to be honest. But I think we should be well competitive in the front pack. Only 4 or 5 tenths off of Valtteri Bottas, who gets the fastest lap of Q3. He sits at pole with a 142.7. We are on 143.239, sitting P6 in a Su Elite racing car. Behind us are Norris, Sainz, Vettel, and Stroll, so we are quite competitive up here. Splitting the Ferrari alongside Norris, so we'll see what we do in P6. It's going to be a dry race, so let's see what happens.
Here we are then in one of the fastest growing cities in the United States, the fabulous Austin, in the great state of Texas. The circuit itself 14 miles southeast of the city centre and home to the US Grand Prix since 2012. The latest in a long list of iconic tracks to have that honour. We're racing today then in Travis County, Texas, where 20 corners and speeds of up to 200 miles an hour await us on this magnificent racetrack. It's 60% full throttle with plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the 2 DRS zones into turn 1 and at the end of the long back straight into turn 12. What a race we have in store today, and I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Let's talk about the captain. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, the captain, Carlos Sainz and Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Verstappen, Fernando Alonso and Jack Aitken, Russell, Ocon, Mick Schumacher and Norris, Vettel, they've taken a grid penalty, Stroll, Charles Leclerc and Kimi Raikkonen, Latifi, Mazepin, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, Giovinazzi and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
We're still in with a chance of winning the title. We need you to push as hard as you can in the 5 remaining races.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Did you just mention title? Because I am nowhere near title contender, but here we are. Promoted to the second row of the grid, man. P4, what an honor. So here we are, going on in P4. So let's see, let's quickly edit our strategy a little. So this is the tire strategy we're going for: soft, medium, soft. We're gonna, test out the waters, try to stay competitive with the soft compound tire in the early stages of the race, move on to the mediums, and then end on the softs. This is also bringing into account there might be a safety car coming out. Highly doubted, but still, if it does come out, this is more adjusted to our strategy, so we can really, play around with it if worse comes to worse, a safety car does come out. So we'll drop our fuel load a tad bit. I'm thinking that Jeff gave us like 2 laps surplus of fuel because we are going to use a lot of fuel. So let's get going. Dropped it down a tad bit. Let's see how well we do. Starting P4 on the grid, highest ever starting position. Lights out and away we go. Oh, perfect timing, by the way. I thought that was a drive-through penalty, but I timed it to perfection, mate. Collisions everywhere. Alright, my recording crashed for a solid couple minutes. We're still competitive. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Bottas is 2 seconds up the road. Ricardo might get us soon, but we'll try to push as much as we can. Alright, DRS enabled, lap 3 of 28. We are staying competitive ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, but Bottas is just that much faster. He is insane in US. He is miles ahead. Another good lap, but Ricciardo is gonna push on us, so we gotta be careful. Let's look at our tire wear for a moment. 60%. Just gotta be careful with these. They have to last until lap 9, so... Alright. Whew. Daniel Ricciardo nearly got me there. Okay, Daniel Ricciardo is falling back slightly. Let's try and extend that gap into the 1 second so that he doesn't get DRS. Mission failed. Verstappen and Ricciardo are now within my DRS range. That is a bit depressing. If they get me, they get me. I'm not expected to finish on the podium unless I get like safety car help or I don't know what else. Massive DNFs. I keep forgetting to turn off the racing line after I finish my practice programs, so sorry about that. I only want the corner ones, please, because it puts me off my mojo. Alright, Bottas better congratulate me, or Bottas better thank me in his congratulations speech, because I just gave him a massive advantage here. There we go, into the pits for mediums. Ricciardo also pitting, Alonso also pitting. The 2 Red Bulls continue for another lap or so, I guess. We're moving in on mediums as we predicted in our strategy. 2-second pit stop, hello. Thank you, team.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. 1 stop left.
There's Aiken. Whoa, that was a great pit stop. Just behind our friend Aiken. Could have taken those better. Oh, P5 or P6 for us. Oh, Aiken dips into the pits. Thanks for DRS, buddy. Giving us a benefit ahead of Ricardo. Ricardo's on softs. Seems like he's going for a soft medium. Just ahead of Perez as well, the undercut. Amazing undercut, mate. This is brilliant. Oh, Giovinazzi's out.
They are out of the race.
Had a bit of lag on the screen there. But Giovinazzi's out. What does that mean? Nothing. So we keep racing as is. We got Perez right on my tail. Verstappen and Bottas not pitting yet. That's bizarre. Why not? Aren't their tires dead by now? I would assume so. I mean, they are falling closer to us. Okay, there we go. Verstappen's in the pits. Actually, come to think of it, Bottas is probably was already in the pits. Because he was already 10-20 seconds ahead of us when we were pitting. So we're back in P2. The undercut has worked wonders. I say that. And Verstappen is actually ahead of us. Oh well. Verstappen is a lot faster than we are, so... Whoa, yellow flag, why? Something happened? Oh no, Perez is gone. What happened? Perez is out. What happened to him? Oh well, we keep racing. Ricardo's behind us. And Tsunoda behind him. What happened to Perez? I don't know, I'm at a loss of words. Side by side with Ricardo here. It's not gonna work, bro. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Had to do it. The driver behind.
Ricardo behind. The gap to the car behind is 0.9 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Car behind has front wing damage. We'll have a harder time keeping up with you. Keep pushing. The time last lap was a 1:35.0.
I thought so. I knew he had problems. I mean, he barged into me. Thankfully, I don't have any damage. Clearly, I had the line. He went for it, despite me having the line. That S-curve should not be taken too wide, mate. You're a 30-something-year-old veteran, mate. You should know that. Boxing this a lap. Bottas is in. He's gonna win it anyway. He's won it since like lap 1. Tsunoda's gonna probably box with us as well. A bunch of people are probably gonna box with us because a bunch of people just boxed before this lap. Alright, here we go. How's my fuel, by the way?
Complete. Go now.
2.6, a little fumble of the exit.
Jack is in the pits. Jack in the pits.
Okay, we maintained our P3 exit. We're on the softs as well, so we should be a little superior compared to the others. Oh, there's so much more grip on these. Look at that. That was superbly taken, by the way. a chef's kiss. That was beautiful. Alright, we're cutting it close. Final lap of the Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc 1.4 seconds behind us. Come on. Give it everything we've got, car. Verstappen is slowing down, but he's gonna finish the Grand Prix by the looks of it. Despite that stunning drive there. Leclerc is within DRS range. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. He's gonna have DRS, isn't he? Did he open it? Oh, he opened it. Oh dear. No. Let me have this podium, you monegasque.
Our gap to the car in front is 26.5 seconds.
Do I have it? Is it mine? Oh god. Leclerc's on a sprint. I think I have it. Yes, I do. Despite DRS, I have it. P3, yes.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
That's it then for another magnificent United States Grand Prix, and they've hung on to take a sublime victory here today. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
Well, it is a Mercedes P1 and wow, P3 for us. Look at us stand next to Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas on the podium. Wow, that was a stunning drive. The weather helped us in qualifying and then we managed everything to perfection. That beginning defensive drive was the one that built our P3 finish. I need to take a breath, man. Look at this. Formula 1 United States Grand Prix race winner is Valtteri Bottas. Max Verstappen in second and myself in third. That looks beautiful. Charles Leclerc behind us by literally a couple tenths. Hamilton, Tsunoda, Alonso, Sainz, Norris, and Stroll round out the points finishers. Ricardo, Ocon, Gasly, Aitken, Russell, Raikkonen, Schumacher, Vettel, Mazepin, Latifi round out the finishing group, with Perez and Giovinazzi not finishing today. Perez kind of crashed after our battle, but I don't know what's happening with him. Standings wise, let's see, we're still in P7, but we extend the gap to Pierre Gasly, who didn't really have the greatest of days today. Sergio Perez is literally 11 points ahead of us, so he is still within our reach if we keep putting up points finishes and Perez keeps DNFing. Perez was a leader at the beginning of the season, by the way, which is insane how everyone else has overtaken him. Verstappen in the lead with 201 points. Constructor standings wise, we overtake Alpine by 3-point difference. We are on 124 points and they're on 121. I think we are in solid position for a P6 finish if we keep getting points ahead of Alpine. We will see how the rest of the season progresses and hopefully we can get a decent finish. Marvelous Grand Prix, man. The rain really helped us out in qualifying, and it must be said that it was because of that rain, it was because of that wet qualifying session that we were able to get a stunning starting position. We went in early, got collided into by I think Hamilton. We get P2, elbow sticking out, and we are zooming away in P2, which really built the momentum for our podium finish today. So that was quite a stunning drive overall. We were defending well against I think Ricardo and Perez, which really caused Perez to crash. I think later on in the race we kind of get tangled with Perez. I didn't get a collision warning and I don't think I was at fault there. Otherwise I'm sure the AEI or the FIA would give me something, but yeah, we didn't get a warning, so I think Perez just crashed into us. But yeah, that caused a lot of chaos behind us, but we didn't get any safety cars. I don't even think we got a VSC. Did we get a VSC? I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't think any safety cars helped us. So our car, on bare pace and, you know, technique and mechanical standards, it is quite competitive right now. So that is a good sight to see. Hopefully we can keep this up until the end of the season. We'll see what race is up next. If you guys enjoyed this video, you should enjoy this video. It's a podium. Smash that like button for that podium. Subscribe, use the red button down below, and hit the notification bell as well so you're notified when the next video goes live. I hope you're doing well, and make sure you're subscribed because 64% of you are not. Press that red button. It is free, so please join this community that we're trying to build here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until the next Grand Prix, please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then.